I love my new OC Cock and Baltature 6969, but I have no idea what to do with them. Until I figure it out, they can go into the pile with all my other OCS that I do jacks hit with. La 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 la. Where am I?
Oh, you are here too. If you don't run, they will kill us all.
I'm scared.
I want to go home.
Relax, everyone, relax. I swear, you are not under arrest and you're not going to die. How many times do I have to keep on saying this? This is an OC boot camp. Everyone who is here right now is here because they have a terrible problem with either hoarding OCs or making too many and never doing anything with them. I am stopping this here!
I don't hoard my OCS though. I'm just unsure what to do with them usually, and actually writing their lore is boring.
But do you see how unhappy they are? They're literally craving the sustenance. They're craving the sauce. So I'm going to give you guys some very, very easy ways that you can get this sauce for your characters. And maybe, just maybe, if you're feeling a little more froggy and want to take the extra step, I have those extra steps too. So stand up straight and listen up, maggots. This is actually so stupid. What am I doing with my life? Hey there, Jam here. And we are very close to my re-debut. Oh, if you don't know what that means, I'm pretty much revamping a lot of stuff about my content, such as the character that you're seeing right now. Yep, in a few weeks it's gonna look very, very different. So if you like what you see right now and you want to stay along for the ride, totally come along. I am so open to having you in this community. But if you don't want to subscribe and you still want to support, just like the video. It means a lot to me and it helps boost the video in the algorithm, which gives me more incentive to create videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Anyways, let's get on to it. The first thing I want to say is obviously the most common one. Put them in some dress-up games and apps. I know everyone has already said, oh, well, put your character in gacha life, which, yeah, you can do that, but what if you don't want to use gacha? What if there's a certain style that you're going for? Well, you got some other options. 3D dress-up games. I promise they're not as bad as they sound. They are a little more costly on your device, but they work very well. One of the examples I have for this is custom casts. I love custom casts. I make a ton of OCs in here because I personally think it's a very good way to at least get a basis of what your OC wants to look. My only downside with custom casts is that it costs a lot of money to even get good customization options in this game. I've been using it for 5 years now, so I'm a little bit obsessed. That's just my thing. If you don't want to use custom casts, there is also another app that I've been using called Easy Style. It's kind of like custom casts but with more chibis, really more for girls, but it's still super cute. And I don't know why so many people are missing on Zepeto. You can totally use Zepeto to make characters, man. For my people who like making characters more stylized or anime-like, Zepeto finally added a feature that you can make your characters super stylized, and you can actually make anime characters in Zepeto. It's not that weird kind of uncanny human look anymore. So seriously, stop missing on Zepeto. Use it. You don't even have to buy anything on it. Just go into the shop and then make yourself a little character. Look, here's the one that I did. That is proof that you can do this. And my last one, I guess that'd have to be The Sims 4. Now, with The Sims 4, you can do one of two things. Either make your characters in base game, if they're not that complicated, like more natural looking. But if they're unnatural looking, then download some mods. Mods will seriously help you out when playing The Sims 4, because I'm going to be so real, that game is boring otherwise without mods. You don't even have to use The Sims 4 to be honest. You can totally use The Sims 3 or Sims 2 or whatever you want to use. I heard The Sims 3 is actually a lot better to use when it comes to actually playing the game, but if you just want to make a character in the game and you don't actually plan on playing as the character, then you can totally do that. But on the point of playing a game, if you like playing video games, why not make your character in the game and play as them? You can do this for anything. You can do this for a visual novel, Roblox, Minecraft, or just any game that allows at the very least a character customization or you being able to insert yourself into the story. Choose the options that they would do or do the things that they would do in game. Customize your character in game to look like them. You can especially do this in Roblox, like go into catalog avatar and make your OC in the game, and it can help a lot with being able to get an idea for how you want them to look. Like I said before, I just like doing this because it gives me more ideas on what my character would actually do and react to situations. Because usually when you're playing a game, you're just thinking about how you'd react to that situation, but why not do the same thing for your characters? I guess this kind of adds on to my third point, which is put them in some simulators. You can put them in wobble dogs and make them into a bunch of dogs, or Daigaku Gurashi and make them into a whole high school crew and have them be in high school together, or a Hunger Games simulator and see which one survives. I'm probably forgetting a ton. Unfortunately, it is very late right now and I've already been up for a pretty long time, so apologies. But if you know of any games where you can kind of like have a little way to play God with your characters, absolutely do that. But you can totally do this in Cult of the Lamb and make a little animal cult of your characters. Or if you hate yourself like me, do it in Lobotomy Corporation and make sure they don't die. Like everyone says, put them in Tomodachi Life, put them in Miitopia. And while those are cute and all, I want violence. I want to see destruction. I want to see what happens if I put two characters in the room with each other. Would they fight? Would they make out? Who knows? Let's see. I think games like the ones I've just described are perfect for this. This is just a really messed up one. But if you know about the game People's Playground, cutting that segment there, let's go. Next, make some silly little gifs with them, bro. I know if you've already seen those gifs around. Search up your favorite character on Discord or something. You see all those like random gifs where it's like, good morning, good night, sweet dreams. Yeah, make that with your character. Here's some examples that I've done for myself right now that you can use in my Discord server, link in the description. You can also make one of those cute heart ones where it's like a little opening heart and it says like my baby or something like that. It's like, those are like super cute. If you don't love your OC, then like make a gif of them exploding or something. It's really easy to make gifs. You can just make them in any video editor you want, load up a few images, put them around, and then boom. You can also use CapCut templates for like memes and stuff like that. But if you don't like CapCut and want a more immersive way, then MMD. Make your characters in MMD. I know a lot of people don't do this anymore. This is a really old way of like making OC content, but I know that people who were like seriously into the internet back in like the 2010s, you would see those MMD videos, either Five Nights at Freddy anime characters or people's own characters like reacting to like Vine sounds and stuff like that. It's not that hard to make a character with a PMX editor. I'd say it's a tiny bit of a learning curve, but not a learning curve that's too hard to manage. Once you can get that done, putting them in MMD is so easy. All you gotta do is download the motion, download the camera, and then add any shaders that you want, and boom, you have an MMD video. But however, this is not a tutorial on how you can make an MMD video. I barely know how to make them myself, so please watch a tutorial if you want to know how to do it. If you don't want to make an MMD character, but you still want to like have a character you can like make 3D MMD videos with, you can use Vroid. Vroid is on the App Store and PC. It's very laggy on the App Store, so apologies for anyone who's using it on there. I suggest using it on PC more. It's a really simple way to make a very nice looking 3D model, or you can just go the complete step over and just make the character in Blender, but that's only if you understand how to use Blender. And now, back to some more simpler things. Role-playing is still a really good way to express your character. Preferably, doing it with a person is better, but I do understand that some people have really bad anxiety when it comes to role-playing with another person, and just it can get really annoying sometimes. So if you want to use it, you can use things like Character AI, or just any chatbot that you can find. But if you don't condone using AI, or you actually have people you can roleplay with your friends as your characters as much as you want. I don't actually do much roleplaying with anyone anymore, which I really miss doing it. I used to do it so much with my best friend in elementary school. We'd literally hop on, and I am not joking, Zepeto Messenger and like do our little role plays with each other. It was cute. But nowadays there's like whole Discord communities that you can join where you can like role play with other people and like-minded people and make some new friends. Role playing is a lost form of art, and I don't think that anyone understands that except for me. You can also role play with yourself by making mock social medias with apps like Twino. Twino is an app that you can use to make like fake social media pages, and the things I've primarily been seeing people use it for is for their characters and if you are a DID system or have OSDD. It's really silly. You can make as many profiles as you want and like have your characters interacting with each other, change how many likes they get on their posts or how many followers they even have. It's great. It's honestly really great. People do it a lot with fandom characters and I love seeing it. I see it the most with Jujutsu Kaisen characters nowadays though. With this, you can have them having conversations with each other, but you can absolutely write short little one-shots of how your characters would interact. I haven't done this in a while, but the last time I did it with these two characters I was working on a a visual novel for. I loved making it. A lot of people focus on, well, this is my character's story. This is the trauma they went through and everything they went through in general. But like, dude, you don't have to go all in yet. You don't have to have it being 100 all the time. Our lives aren't incredibly chaotic all the time. You can have your characters just spending a little downtime, maybe alone or with a friend. It is okay. Whew, I have yapped. But I am not even done yet. I still have a few more things I want to talk about before I'm done with this video. So bear with me. Let's go on to some more harder things that you can do. They are harder, but I say they're more rewarding. First off, make a plushie or custom figurine of your characters. You can do this by buying some clay, some felt, some sculpting materials, and obviously some buttons or, what's it called again? And cotton. I have recently gotten to the process of making plushies, and I have made one plushie so far of my beautiful girl Monka. This is Monka. I love her so much. Soon I'm going to make another monkey plushie because I love monkeys, and it is probably going to be of my other monkey OC, Magpie. I have also made a clay figurine of yours truly, and it turned out okay, but I have bought some actual clay and sculpting materials so I can be able to sculpt out a full body jam figurine, and I am really excited to do that. I'll probably record the process and make it into a short if I can. I've seen a ton of people doing stuff like this, repainting figures or making figures on their own, and like, I think it's so cool, and it's so simple too. All you need is like maybe some clay, some wires if you're not good at like structuring, and like some sculpting materials, and obviously paint, and you're done. And I have all those things. I am so very excited. One other thing that I have been doing as well is making stickers. Making stickers is really easy. The easiest way I can explain making stickers at home, unless you buy your stickers, print out your art from your printer, cut it into the shape of the sticker that you want, put some strips of clear tape around it, and then cut around those strips again in the same shape, and then stick it onto your wall. You have a sticker. Of course, in my own experience, these don't really stick too well. It depends on how you do the tape. I'd say leave enough room for the tape to actually stick onto the wall or the surface you're putting it on, because if you don't, it will fall off very easily. And also make sure the surface that you're working on is clean and not dirty, otherwise your tape will be dirty and it'll fall off even more easily. And just generally, hopefully you aren't in a really moist like conditions, because it won't stick. You can also order a keychain for your characters. I've seen people doing this on AliExpress, but I don't really trust AliExpress too much, so I really use companies like I think Voss Grace is one of the companies I've seen making custom keychains. Only thing about Void Grace I've noticed is that you get a pack of them all at once. So if that's the case, you can probably give some to your friends or maybe sell them. Who knows? You can also commission art for them from artists. Please support your artists, man. They deserve it. They work very hard. And it's just nice seeing your characters' art in another art style besides yourselves. Now, for the last 3 hardest things that I know a lot of people probably won't do, but just hear me out on this. Making a song about your character, making a visual novel, or just making a game in general. I get it. I know. I can hear the boos. Hear me out. I feel like doing something like this would be very rewarding, especially if you want people to know about your characters. Because being for real, everyone who makes like story-based songs or visual novels and video games, they want you to know about their OCs. And they worked very hard to get there. I'm honestly so inspired by all the artists I've been seeing nowadays, finding just so many creative ways to express their characters and their stories, and it's just so inspiring. One of the people I'm really thinking about the most right now when I think of this is, excuse me if I pronounce this wrong, YOUR. They make songs based on their characters and their stories, and I just think that is so extremely cool. But if they can do it, you can do it too. Make that story, make it as funny, as goofy, as serious as you want to. It's your story and no one can take that away from you. And just generally, I know it's easier to just laze around and just keep your OC's ideas in your head. But if you really want people to care about your OCs, whether it's friends or an audience of people, you have to actually write about their story, write about them as a character, etc, etc. I know, it's hard, it's boring, but it's going to be rewarding in the end, I promise you. It's so funny how I started this video saying, here's easy things you can do to express your characters more, and then ended the video saying, get up and work on your characters. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have stories that would be really interesting if they actually did something with those stories. And I would just love to see more stories about people's characters because it honestly inspires me so much to see people doing things with their characters. Never stop making characters, never stop making stories, and please share them. Someone will care, I promise. Anyways, this video has gotten super long. I'm gonna have to edit it sometime tomorrow. Oh boy. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, drink lots of water, and I love you. Have a good day, good night, goodbye!